America, good morning and greetings. Welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. Registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality, to your well-being, to your health, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne and psoriasis and eczema and rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure, because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while some folks may call that healing system a miracle, it really is no miracle at all, it is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we want to hear from you on The Bright Side. Our number is 855-660-4261. Let us help you get yourself on a good nutritional supplement program. Let us help you get off your prescription medicines, or help a loved one or a workmate or a friend or family get off their medications and get on a good nutritional supplement program. 855-660-4261 is our number. Of course, if you have a success story you'd like to share, or if you want to contribute to the conversation, we love hearing from you at 855-660-4261. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear advertised on the program or you hear recommended on the program, you can call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Make sure you ask them about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, my personal favorite longevity product. The complete multivitamin mineral complex powder that you add to water and drink. It's a wonderful way to get your B vitamins and vitamin C and minerals and hard-to-absorb fatty vitamins like vitamins D and E and A and K. It's got bioflavonoids and MSM, amino acids. Truly a cornucopia of nutrients. Most folks will notice results within 1 or 2 doses, results like lower blood pressure, results like appetite suppression, results like just feeling better. It's only $50 a canister. If you haven't tried this stuff yet, get yourself on it. What are you waiting for? You can find out all about it by calling the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. Or you can head over to my website, brightsideben.com, and take a look at the shopping cart. You can also click on the Join the Team link if you want to start a longevity business and help me in my mission to educate the world about the importance of a good nutritional supplement program. Of course, you can make some money as well, starting your own business, enjoying all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, and you can get your products at the wholesale price to boot for a one-time $10 fee. Just click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com. Also, I want to encourage you to check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly with news stories as well as blog posts. All right, thanks so much for joining us on The Bright Side. Once again, I just want to finish up a little bit about attention deficit disorder. We got a call a couple of days ago, and I thought it was kind of interesting. The drugs that they give you for attention deficit disorder, give your kids for attention deficit disorder, are among the nastiest and rudest of all prescription medication. Basically, they're speed, amphetamines. ADD drugs are basically speed. They activate the body's sympathetic nervous system, the body's stress management nervous system, in an attempt to get the brain to focus more. ADD drugs, like all sympathetic nervous system, stress nervous system type drugs, shut down growth, they shut down repair, they slow digestion, they slow up absorption of nutrients. When the emergency management system of the body is switched on, either by a real emergency or by a prescription drug threat, Thrival growth, repair, all of that slows down so that the body can address whatever the emergency is. The prescription drugs that they use for attention deficit disorder are called sympathomimetic drugs. That's just a fancy way of saying they imitate the stress response. Now, who the heck thinks that's a good idea, to imitate the stress response? It's bad enough when we have stress in our lives. Why would you want to amplify the stress response system? What parent or doctor or medical professional thinks it's a good idea to mimic, to artificially imitate the stress response pharmacologically for the long term? Does any parent really think it's a good idea to pharmacologically create an emergency in the body? To mimic emergency chemistry, to amp up stress chemistry in a growing and developing child? What kind of medical professional can possibly think that it's okay to turn on a child's emergency biochemistry system, to make the biochemistry, the biology, the body of a kid think that it's about to be eaten by a tiger? Does that sound like a good idea to anybody? And then leave the stress response system on all day and all night. As we've said many times on this program, there's two great energy systems in the body. There's one energy system in the body that regulates growing and thriving and relaxation and absorption of nutrients and development of the brain and the immune system. And then there's a second one, an emergency response system, the sympathetic nervous system, that's only supposed to kick in occasionally, rarely, temporarily. Kids, especially, should be in growth mode all the time, thrival mode all the time. Kids especially are in the prime of their life. That's when the human body is especially designed, specifically designed to grow and repair and thrive. If your kid is being put into sympathetic emergency system mode, all of that is going to shut down or at least be suppressed. Please, parents, if your kid is in some kind of stress mode activation, you got to figure out how to give the kid, or have the kid's body think that it's in safe mode, that it's in safety mode, that it's in parasympathetic mode. And the last thing you want to do is keep your kid in a sympathetic system, a sympathetic mode, pharmacologically for a long term. As far as diet and nutrition goes, staying away from foods that activate the stress response system is probably the most important thing you can do for your kid. That means laying off the sugar, laying off the refined flour, laying off the cereal, sweets, fruit juice, fake fruit juice, laying off the soda pop, all of which can amp up the stress response system. And in addition to hyping up the stress response system, these kind of foods are going to drain out vitamins, especially brain vitamins. If your kid has attention deficit disorder, you don't want to amp up his stress response system. You want to tell the body it's safe, especially with good nutrition and especially with brain good nutrition and brain nutrients like the B vitamins, the brain vitamins. Now, the B vitamins certainly are important for a lot of things, but for now, anyway, think of the B vitamins as the brain vitamins. B for brain, especially vitamins B1, thiamine, which is, in addition to being important for brain health, is also important for sugar metabolism. In fact, the more sugar your kid eats or you eat, and flour is sugar, and cereal is sugar, and brain is sugar, and grains of all kinds are sugar, the more of these kinds of foods we eat, and the more of these kinds of foods our kids eat, the less thiamine our kid is going to have, or us, and that means the less vitamin B1 that's going to be available for mental health. Thiamine deficiency is associated with all kinds of emotional disorders, including, ironically, attention deficit disorder. Maybe your kid doesn't need Ritalin. Maybe your kid just needs thiamine. And given that thiamine is depleted by the kind of foods our kids eat, I would say it's a pretty darn good chance that all kids need extra thiamine, especially kids who are eating lots of cereal for breakfast, lots of fruit juice for breakfast, not to mention Pop-Tarts and muffins and toast and potatoes. Thiamine deficiency is associated with all kinds of emotional disorders, including impulsive disorders, including attention deficit disorder. Even in older folks, thiamine deficiency is associated with psychotic behavior, Werner-Korsakoff syndrome, which alcoholics are prone to get. All right, we'll continue this discussion when we come back from our break. I am Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Our number is 855-660-4261. We're coming back at you right after this. Don't go away.
I had tried everything. I'd cut back the amount of food I was eating. I was lifting weights and jogging, but nothing was working. My body was literally starving for minerals and trace elements as well as key vitamins. And as soon as I had that, I immediately could eat half of what I was eating previously and be satisfied. Now, there are hundreds of great products at InfoWarsTeam.com, but I want to point out the 3 that have helped me lose 37 pounds in just 2 months. Products like Beyond Tangy Tangerine, Pollen Burst, and Rebound. When I started taking the Tangy Tangerine and other products every day, I lost more than 37 pounds in just 2 months. Now that's results. I want to challenge my listeners to go to InfoWarsTeam.com and to order just 3 of their products, and you will see the changes in the way you look, feel, and in your appetite almost immediately. Start your journey to health and wellness today. InfoWarsTeam.com.
Hi, this is Gary Cooper with Midas Resources, Gold and Silver. Government shutdown, inept politicians, entitlements, looming Obamacare. The death of the U.S. dollar as a global reserve currency is what nobody wants to acknowledge. We have a debt bubble that cannot be paid and will eventually crash the dollar. If you're concerned about keeping your money, why not consider storing your wealth in gold and silver? Call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130. Together we'll discuss your options of buying gold and silver. Again, the global elite have plans for your money, and it doesn't include you. So call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130, and we'll discuss your options of buying precious metals. Also, I can send you information on how you can roll over your IRA or 401k into a precious metal IRA. Again, don't get caught with money in your account when the dollar crashes. Call me, Gary Cooper, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 130.
An e-cig revolution is sweeping across the country. But is yours American-made? Vaporite e-liquid by LeSig is. Manufactured in Arkansas with 100% USA-sourced ingredients. And when you buy American, you support local jobs. Vaporite e-liquid by LeSig is top quality at an affordable price. The very principle that once drove the American economy. Get great taste with no ash, tar, or smoke. You'll be wondering why you didn't make the change to Vaporite e-liquid by LeSig a long time ago. LeSig.com has everything you need, for beginners to the advanced vaping enthusiast, with a wide variety of hardware, and also imported e-liquid flavors as well. Plus, LeSig smokes the competition with fast, free, same-day shipping, real people customer service, and a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Support our country and become a Vaporite at LeSig.com, or call 870-525-1440, 870-525-1440. LeSig e-cigarettes, for today's modern smoker.
Hello, I'm Steve Shank. Everybody's heard the statement that what you don't know can't hurt you. But truth is, what you don't know is the only thing that can hurt you. For example, you might not know how our country's wars can hurt you. Japanese radiation and the Gulf oil spill are destroying your seafood. People don't understand how America's 50-year worst drought is hurting them. Our natural disaster experience has proven relief organizations can't take care of the victims. And there's the huge question of how the government will feed all the people that it's promised to feed with no food. What if we made the whole country into one big neighborhood where we take care of each other by taking care of ourselves? Here's the plan. For every new E-Pack 60-day food supply that you order, eFoods Direct will send a 7-day food supply to each of 2 families in your name, free of charge. Go to eFoodsDirect.com or call 800-876-0871. 800-876-0871. eFoodsDirect.com.
Are you tired of searching for great talk radio?
Something more important.
Search no more. We are the GCN Radio Network.
On the bright side, got a couple lines open for you. At 855-660-4261. We'll get your calls here in the bottom of the hour in our next segment. A couple more things I want to say about ADD. You don't need Ritalin. Your kid doesn't need Ritalin. Kid doesn't need Adderall. Basically, you want to take care of the kid's diet, eliminating refined flours and sugars and nutrient-draining foods, and get your kids on the brain vitamins, the B vitamins, the B brain vitamins, especially thiamine, vitamin B1, thiamine deficiencies associated with Werner-Korsakoff syndrome in adults and alcoholics. You know, if they put an alcoholic in the drunk tank, and one of the first things they're going to give that alcoholic is thiamine right in his blood. Now, I'm not saying that ADD is Werner-Korsakoff syndrome or psychosis, but attention deficit disorder can be a brain dysfunction, and thiamine is a very, very important brain vitamin. It's also a very important cardiovascular vitamin. You know, B vitamin deficiencies, in my opinion, are one of the great understated nutritional deficiencies that we address or we have to deal with. The B vitamins are water soluble. You urinate them out. So if you're not constantly putting B vitamins into your body, the chances are pretty good you're going to run into B vitamin deficiency. And if you're eating foods that deplete the B vitamins, this is going to be exacerbated. This is one of the most important reasons why you want to get on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. It's loaded, absolutely packed with water-soluble nutrients, the kinds that get urinated out, especially the B vitamins. Put your kid on the BTT. Start his day off with a little bit of Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and don't worry about your Ritalin and your Adderall and your attention deficit disorder. Not that the B vitamins are the only things you need. There's a lot of things you need for brain health in a kid, for helping reduce attention deficit problems, reduce impulsive disorders, and improving your kid's ability to learn and your kid's ability to focus. I formulated a product many years ago I call the B-Complex Power Blend. And I formulated it for athletic performance. But as it turns out, the B-Complex Power Blend and all the B vitamins are specifically important for brain function. Before you're taking a test, if you're doing some kind of intense brain work, make sure that you're getting your Beyond Tangy Tangerine, your B-Complex vitamins. By the way, the B-Complex are your vitamins of life. They're found in living foods, which means the more you process a food, the less B vitamins it's going to have. And you want to keep the water-soluble B vitamins in the system throughout the day. Because they're being urinated out, you want to keep the thiamine, keep the niacin, keep the riboflavin, keep the B12 coming into the body throughout the day. Yet another reason why you want to sip on that Beyond Tangy Tangerine all day long. Put some in a water bottle. Have your kids sip on the BTT throughout the day. He'll get thiamine, he'll get niacin. Niacin is another very important nutrient for the brain and for attention deficit disorder. Magnesium is another very important nutrient for the brain. Have your kid eating more protein. Have him eating more seafood, which is also very brain-friendly. Make sure your kid's getting the ultimate essential fatty acids as well. You can give a kid 3 or 4 of those things a day, especially omega-3 fats, which are very, very important for the brain. And if your kid is on Ritalin, if your kid is on Adderall, if your kid is on Dexedrine, please, please, please start weaning them off. You're not doing the kid a bit of good, especially in the long run. All right, I want to continue talking a little bit about enzymes, a little bit more about protein. We left off talking about salivary enzymes a couple of days ago. We said that the saliva is where digestion of food begins, and thus the importance of chewing your food slowly and chewing your food with consciousness, chewing your food with awareness. If you can't chew your food with consciousness and awareness because your food doesn't taste very good or because the texture is not very good, that's probably a food that you don't want to eat. And mostly these are fast foods, as we said on our couple of programs ago. Fast food tends to be highly processed and tends to slip down the throat very quickly. Chewing food can help you access your nutrients. Chewing food has wonderful appetite-suppressant effects. Most of the foods that we eat today, the highly processed foods, are pre-softened, and this is a trick that food manufacturers use to keep us eating. The softer a food is, the quicker it disappears, and the more we're likely to eat. In the book, The Story of the Human Body, Daniel Lieberman writes that our closest animal ancestors, chimpanzees and gorillas, eat unprocessed and unsweetened and often bitter forest fruits, and they're often spending half of their day chewing, as opposed to humans who are eating genetically modified, very processed, and super soft and super sweet foods. Daniel Lieberman says humans spend a half hour a day chewing their food. Now, chewing food is not only important for improving nutrient availability, and it's not only important because it has appetite suppressant effects, but chewing food also improves the taste of food. This is why fast food tends to be highly processed, and why fast food manufacturers have their food slip down your throat real quickly, because they don't want you tasting the food. Does anybody really want to taste a Big Mac? Does anybody really want to chew and savor a hamburger that you get at McDonald's or Burger King? I don't think so. If you chewed your Big Mac or you chewed your McDonald's or Burger King or Dairy Queen burger really, really slowly, you probably wouldn't eat very much of it, because the more we chew, the more intense the flavors, the more we taste. And that's really good if you have a food that tastes really good. Chew your apple really slowly. Chew super slowly. In fact, if you chew an apple really slowly, chances are you're not even going to want to eat the whole darn apple. And chewing food, because of its appetite suppressant effects, will also help you lose weight. And because chewing food helps increase nutrient availability and flavor intensity, you're going to turn on appetite suppression centers in the brain, those so-called satiety centers, satisfaction centers, which are keyed in to nutrients. As soon as those nutrients, the nutrient levels in your blood rises, as that blood passes through your brain, it's going to kick in, it's going to turn on the satisfaction centers, and you're going to feel fuller faster. And ultimately, you're going to be eating less food and ingesting less calories. Just the chewing action alone can sometimes have appetite suppressant effects. In an article that was published earlier this year in the journal Appetite, researchers found that chewing gum, not even chewing food, that chewing gum not only suppressed appetite but also had a beneficial effect on digestive symptomology, helped stimulate the secretion of digestive chemicals. Of course, chewing food not only mechanically crushes food into small particles, but it also allows salivary fluids and enzymes that are in those salivas to saturate the food. As we said before, saliva is a very important source of lots of digestive chemicals. It's also a source of immune chemicals. It's also a source of growth factors. It's also a source of healing factors. It's also a source of calcium and soluble minerals that can be important for dental health. Saliva contains good bacteria. Probiotics are in saliva. These probiotics in saliva can balance out bad bacteria that can stimulate dental infections or gum infections. Probiotics in saliva can also have antifungal properties. Saliva lubricates food. And, of course, saliva also contains the three main classes of digestive enzymes: the amylases, which help digest sugars and carbohydrates; the lipases, which help digest fats; and the proteases, which help digest protein. There's also a fourth class of enzymes. Those are called the nucleases. Because of the super importance of protein, remember, it's the star of our biochemical drama, proteases, protein-dissolving enzymes, are probably the most important and functional of all the digestive enzyme types. We will continue talking about that on our next Bright Side episode. We're coming back with your phone calls right after this. Don't go away.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right. General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these specials. A 14 by 21 foot shop for under $6,000 or a 50 by 100 for under $30,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet under $30,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100 foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Do you owe the IRS money that you can't pay? Are tax liens and levies ruining your life? Are you tired of being afraid just to go to the mailbox? If this describes you, then Dan Pilla can help.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla, and I've been solving tax problems for more than 30 years. In fact, I wrote the book that made it possible to negotiate settlements with the IRS, and I've helped thousands of people do exactly that. Call now at 800-346-6829 to learn how I can help you. You know your IRS debt will not go away by itself, but you don't have to live in fear anymore. New changes to IRS policies will help more people than ever before eliminate their debts once and for all. There's no need for you to suffer another day with IRS debt. Call 800-346-6829. I can help you eliminate wage and bank levies, release tax liens, and negotiate a settlement with the IRS that will put your tax nightmare behind you forever. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, taxhelponline.com. That's taxhelponline.com.
And the winner of fallback pricing is you. The results are in from Freeze Dry Guy's You Be the Boss, Tell Us What You Want Us to Put on Sale campaign. After getting phone calls, emails, blog, and Facebook comments nominating your favorite freeze-dried foods and dehydrated foods, you the people, you the bosses have spoken. We the staff at Freeze Dry Guy have listened, as we've done since 1970. So now, one item and one entire line of food are on special sale until the end of October. The entire line of popular non-GMO and gluten-free foods are 20% off. The Family First Responders Kit, loaded with delicious freeze-dried foods like hearty beef stew, lasagna, and mouth-watering strawberries, is roughly 30% off. Go to freezedryguy.com. That's freezedryguy.com to order or call 866-404-3663, 866-404-FOOD, and make your own deal. Thank you, boss.
We travel so much, and having a fake TV, well, it gives added peace of mind.
Burglars look for houses that appear to be easy targets. But fake TV can fool even professional burglars into thinking someone is home watching television.
As a recent widow living alone, it gives me great peace of mind to set my fake TV near a window and know that passing motorists and pedestrians will think someone is home watching TV when I'm actually away from home.
Fake TV easily plugs into any outlet, just like a light on a timer.
And they're so easy to use. You just plug them in and they're ready to go. Plus, they're so affordable that we have one upstairs and downstairs.
Fake TV is only $29.95 with free shipping. Order your fake TV by calling 877-5-FAKE-TV or go to faketv.com. That's 877-532-5388 or faketv.com. Fake TV, the burglar deterrent.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
The GCN Radio Network, providing the world with hard-hitting talk radio. GCN. Great talk radio starts here.
Welcome back to The Bright Side. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, and we're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time. If you miss a program, they're all up at brightsideben.com on the archive page. You can also check out my blog, pharmacistben.com, which we update regularly. Sign up for the newsletter, which hopefully will be starting here in the next 4 to 8 weeks, hopefully, anyway. And if you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us talk about on the program or recommend on the program, you can give the Brightside Ben phone team a call at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Make sure you ask them about my personal favorite product, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, the multivitamin mineral complex powder that you add to water and drink. It's a wonderful source of B vitamins and vitamin C and essential fats and There's all kinds of good stuff in here. Actually, you know what? Let me look here. There's no essential fats in. There's just fatty vitamins, D, E, A, and K, as well as minerals and amino acids. Tastes great, and it's only $50 a canister. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com. Or you can ask the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470 about the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. All right, we got a couple lines open for you at 855-660-4261. Let's take our first phone call of the day. Lee in Missouri, welcome to the Brightside.
Oh, greetings, Ben.
Good day. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing just fine. How you doing?
I'm doing great. What's going on? How can we help you?
My dad, he's 88 years old, and he's been having dizzy spells.
Okay.
For a while.
Otherwise healthy?
Lately.
Well, tell me about the other stuff going on. Nobody just has dizzy spells.
He's got a prostate problem, and he's got joint problem.
Okay. How about digestive? How about his digestive system? Cramping, bloating, heartburn, anything like that? History of that?
Probably.
Okay, so here's a couple of things.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, a couple of things. First of all, is it dizziness when he stands up, or is it just general dizziness or dizziness when he walks?
Well, he almost falls down.
Okay. All right. Dizziness and balance are controlled by blood vessels in the head, by fluids and blood circulation in the head. You know, when we walk and take steps and we're normal and healthy, there's a lot of stuff that goes on to kind of regulate our balance. This whole idea of how our body works when it walks and how our balance is stabilized is called proprioception, and it's pretty darn complicated. And when you understand how it all works, when you understand how it all works, it's kind of a miracle that we don't get dizzy and we don't get vertigo and we don't fall down a lot more often than we do. So as we get older and as our body starts to break down, it's understandable that we would start to have problems with balance. So the first thing you want to focus on when it comes to dizziness or when it comes to vertigo, assuming that there's nothing organic, kind of tumor or anything growing in the brain, is the blood circulation. And the main system, or one of the main systems that regulates the blood circulation, is the adrenal gland system. The adrenal glands are also your stress system. So the more stress you're under, the more stress your adrenal glands are undergoing, the more likely it is that you're going to have problems with balance and problems with dizziness. So the first thing you want to do is you want to start to stabilize the adrenal glands for all vertigo, all dizziness. And there's a couple ways to do this. We talk all the time on the bright side about deep breathing. The adrenal glands are not only important for stress management, they're also important for helping control oxygen and also for determining oxygen levels. When oxygen levels drop, the adrenal glands will start to kick in with blood pressure regulating kinds of hormones and blood pressure regulating kinds of chemistry. You'll have changes in how blood vessels open and close. All of this is secondary to problems with breathing or oxygenation. So simply slowing down and practicing your deep breathing techniques can improve balance and improve dizziness. I always like to go with the simplest, easiest, gentlest, most non-toxic remedies or healing strategies, and oxygenation of tissues, and also blowing off carbon dioxide is obviously a very simple, easy thing that we can all do. So first and foremost, have your dad practicing deep breathing techniques once a day, twice a day. Sit down on the couch and just slowly breathe in. Push your belly out, or have your dad push his belly out as he's breathing in, and then as he's breathing out, exhaling, the belly goes in, and you blow out air through the nostrils. You always want to breathe in and out through the nose, and you always want to do it slowly. Doing that just a couple of times can really make a significant difference. There's also, if you have a smartphone, or if your dad has a smartphone, you can get an app called My Calm Beat, another one called bio-breathing. Both of these can be very effective. So, deep breathing techniques. Number one, for dizziness, for vertigo, for problems with balance. Secondly, there's wonderful nutrients for the adrenal glands. Probably the most important are minerals. The adrenal glands, in addition to regulating oxygen, also regulate mineral balance. So when you're deficient in minerals, this can put a stress on the adrenal glands, and this can also exacerbate problems with balance. I like Celtic sea salt or Himalayan salt. I like Celtic sea salt the best. You get some iodine in there that you don't get with the Himalayan salt. So using Celtic sea salt, maybe a half a teaspoon in water, stirring it up and then sipping on that salt water very slowly can have a beneficial effect on adrenal health. This is especially important if you or your dad or anybody is craving salt or craving salty foods. In fact, you want to regard salt cravings as a potential sign of adrenal distress. So second thing, Celtic sea salt in water, sipping on that slowly, that can also help. Using your liquid minerals, your colloidal minerals from Longevity, that's also helpful. Get them on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, have them sipping on that. You can also use the Ultimate Classic product, which is another good source of liquid minerals. I like the BTT because you get all the other vitamins as well. That's the third thing he might want to do. And then there's some really important vitamins for the adrenal glands, especially the B vitamins, all the B vitamins, but specifically vitamins B12 and B5. Pantothenic acid, vitamin B5, is one of those underappreciated, under-the-radar vitamins that we don't hear a lot about, but it's very, very important for the adrenal glands. Vitamin B5 is important for helping the body make youth hormones and repair hormones, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. These are all dependent on vitamin B5, which is made in the adrenal glands. By the way, when you have adrenal stress, you're also going to have a problem manufacturing your youth and repair hormones. So working on the adrenal glands can be important for keeping yourself young and healthy, as well as regulating blood pressure, as well as regulating brain health and dizziness. So the adrenal glands are dependent on the B vitamins, vitamin B5 and B12 especially, but the entire B complex. The adrenal glands are also dependent on vitamin C. Vitamin C may be the most important vitamin for the adrenal glands. And you're thinking here, I would say vitamin C may be the most important vitamin for the adrenal glands. You'll get that in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, but you might want to have your dad throw in maybe another 1,000 or 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day. I like vitamin C powder the best because then you can sip on it. But if he takes a tablet, that's probably okay too, 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams there. And then zinc is probably the most important mineral for the adrenal glands, and zinc is also very important for anti-aging. It's also important for brain health, and zinc deficiencies are very common. Have your dad using 50 milligrams, 50 milligrams of zinc picolinate a day. And you always want to balance out your zinc with copper, maybe 2 to 4 milligrams of something like copper glycinate a day. And last but not least, very important for the circulatory system as well as for the adrenal glands, is magnesium. And like zinc, magnesium deficiency is also very common. Maybe 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of magnesium a day. If you're using the Longevity products, get your dad on the OsteoMag product, which is magnesium glycinate. And magnesium glycinate is one of the best forms of magnesium, one of the most easy to absorb forms of magnesium. And again, that's in the OsteoMag product. Thanks so much for your call, Lee. Hope we helped you out. If you're on hold, hang tight. We'll get to you when we come back from our break. I am Pharmacist Ben, and we do have a line open at 855-660-4261. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back after this.
Pharmacist Ben Fuchs knows the importance of proper digestion.
Make sure you take a look at the Ultimate Enzyme product. They're made with bile salts and fat digestion enzymes and protein digestive enzymes. And not only do the Ultimate Enzymes give you obvious benefits for digestion, but they can also help keep your blood flowing through your circulatory system. As most of you probably know by now, thick, sludgy, clotting blood is a serious risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Clearly, inappropriate and excessive blood clotting is a major health issue, and thick, sludgy blood is not just about heart health either. Sludgy blood can compromise oxygenation and nutrient delivery to all your cells and tissues and organs, and ultimately lead to almost any health issue you can name.
Concerned about proper digestion and heart health? Order Ultimate Enzymes by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470, or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
To thank you for being a loyal listener, we have a limited time freebie offer for you. Claim your free heirloom tomato seeds, just pay shipping, right now at 123freeseeds.com. These aren't ordinary seeds. These are heirloom, non-genetically modified super seeds that are open pollinated and can be grown, harvested, and replanted endlessly. These survival seeds are actually more valuable than gold in a crisis. Go to 123freeseeds.com and you can get an airtight storage packet of 150 super seeds free while supplies last to say thank you for being a loyal listener. First come, first served. Just cover shipping. Go to 123freeseeds.com now to see if your free heirloom seeds are still available. That's 123freeseeds.com.
Is there such a thing as gluten-free emergency kits?
Yes. And for celiacs, there is no other than glutenfreeemergencykits.com. If you or a loved one has celiac disease, you need a gluten-free emergency kit to survive. Our kits are natural, non-GMO, low sodium, low cholesterol, soy-free, contain no artificial colors or MSG, and carry the celiac Spruce seal of approval. Now get our March Grab and Go Bucket special for only $29.99 at glutenfreeemergencykits.com. Glutenfreeemergencykits.com. Better foods, better living.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
America's #1 source for independent talk radio for over a decade. We are the GCN Radio Network.
All right, we are back on the bright side. Let's go out to California and welcome Robin. What's going on? How you doing this morning, Robin?
Good.
Okay.
I had a question about for my 9-year-old son.
Okay.
He has frequent sinus infections.
All right.
And he had a CAT scan this spring, and they found he had severe chronic sinusitis.
All right. He's got
and
that
so
means
we went
inflammation of the inflammation of the sinuses. Is it bacterial?
Yes.
Did they say it was bacterial or no?
No, he's gone through several rounds of antibiotics.
Great.
But
and they've helped a lot. They've helped a lot, apparently.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. And then we went to see a ENT at Stanford.
Yeah, great.
And they put a camera inside of his nose, and my son was well at the time, and they still saw a continuous stream of cloudy mucus.
So they must have put him on a steroid drug, because that's what they do.
He's been on, I didn't want to give you too long of an answer, but since my son was very little, he's been on Orapred, antibiotics. He's been nebulizing.
God. Oh my God. Okay, hang on. Don't. You're just going to depress me here.
Yeah, I know. So by the time he was 7, he was starting to get recurrent sinus infections. So before he was having chest infections, and then it switched to sinus infections.
They're putting him on immune suppressant drugs. They're shutting down his immune system. So of course he's going to have infections. This is utter stupidity and intellectual and moral bankruptcy of the medical model. It is twisted. It is evil. It is perverted. How dare a doctor do that to a child? How does a doctor live with themselves when they do this to little children?
I think they honestly feel that they're helping. But
they're not helping, and they should know better.
It worse.
I'm not a... Okay, well, hang on, Robin, hang on. Let me help you out. Okay? The kid is dealing with an immune problem if he has an inflammatory condition. Now, I'm not a psychic, as I've said many times on this program. I'm going to tell you something that's going to make it sound like I'm a psychic. Your kid is allergic to something. He's got a digester. Is he allergic to milk? Is he allergic to grains? Does he have bowel movement problems? Was he colicky when he was a kid? Is he constipated? Anything sound familiar?
Well, so actually at age 8 we started the GAPS diet.
Okay.
Which is very similar to the specific carbohydrate diet.
How did it do? How do you do on
So his bowel movements have improved. I mean, after all those antibiotics, it really screwed up his digestive system.
All right. You want to fix your kid up? You want to? And it's
so we've
very
gone off
urgent.
greens, we've gone off starches, we're off a lot of stuff, and we've had improvement. He only had 1 sinus infection last year.
Well, then you're definitely on the right track, but there's still a couple more things that you want to do, okay? Get the kid on digestive enzymes, have him using them after all his meals. Get on the ultimate enzymes.
We just started that last week, actually. early.
Very nice. How about the Nightly Essence probiotics? Are you on that?
We're taking BioCult.
Okay, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just as good. I don't know what that is. Look for 80 billion units a day and look for multiple strains of bacteria.
Okay.
If you can get the kid to do fermented foods, what's your child's name, by the way?
Logan. He started. We started fermented carrots and ginger about a week or so ago, and I've seen improvement. But he still has, even with all of this, he still has diarrhea at least once a week.
You know what? That's great news, Robin.
Okay.
Because that means that there's something that you can eliminate to improve his diarrhea. When you have digestive symptoms, that's the best news because that's data. Those are sampling points, and that gives you a barometer of what's happening inside the body. You know, a doctor's going to have to stick a camera inside his body, but an intelligent person just has to look at the bowel movements because the bowel movements are coming from the body.
And I told the doctors for years I've been saying, well, you know what, he has problems going to the bathroom. Every night he's on the toilet for 10, 15 minutes.
That's
and
awful.
they just shun it away. And I'm like...
Are you kidding me? The doctor didn't appreciate that as an important piece of information?
No. And he's seen at least 2 or 3 specialists. He's seen his pediatrician. I mean,
Stop. Save your money. Do you have all this extra money that you want to spend? Do you love doctors so much that you want to help them with their mortgage and their kids' college payments? Because that's what's happening. You're an ATM machine, and they're not going to tell you any difference.
I'm spending all this money on medication, too.
Stop. Unless you have all this extra money and you feel loving and kind to your doctor and you want to help him with his mortgage payment, don't do it.
Okay.
Here's what you need to do. The diarrhea is great because that means there's something that the body's still trying to eliminate. That's what diarrhea means. The body's trying to get rid of something that it doesn't like. So stop putting it in and the diarrhea will go away. I'm not sure what it is. I can't tell you, but it's linked to food. It may also be related to the digestive, to the drugs that he's taking. Sometimes the body will try to eliminate drugs that way. So when he has diarrhea, what did he eat an hour to 6 hours before? And keep a running total. Write it down in a book, and you'll start to notice trends. Okay. You want to continue on with the probiotics, continue with the digestive enzymes, continue with the fermented foods. Try to have him eating less food only when he feels absolutely like he has to eat food. Don't just give him food because it's time to eat. Give him food when he feels like it's when you feel like it's important to eat, and make sure that you're on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and liquid, easy to absorb supplements. Get him on whey protein as well. However, some folks have a problem with whey protein and some folks have a problem with egg protein. Those are the 2 best proteins, but he may have an issue with those. If he does, have him use the whey protein, use the egg protein with digestive enzymes. Sometimes that makes a difference. With eggs, sometimes how you cook the eggs makes a difference as well. So sometimes people have a problem with scrambled eggs, but they don't have a problem with poached eggs. Just play around with it that way. Use seafood as well. Unfortunately, seafood is a little bit toxic these days, so you got to be careful. But it's a wonderful source of protein, and it's a wonderful source of brain protein as well.
Right.
And then make sure that he's on his essential fats. Very, very important for brain health. If he has a digestive problem, the odds are very good he's not going to be absorbing his fats, and that can cause developmental problems further on down the road.
And those fats is that a supplement or is that
EFAs, essential fatty acid supplements. Also want to get him on foods that contain EFAs, and most importantly are seafood and fish kinds of products.
Okay, and he takes cod liver oil.
That's good.
And he's also taking oil of oregano, which I was hoping
would help. Nutritional. That's not necessarily nutritional, but it probably won't hurt him.
Fungal. I was hoping to help with the fungal part of it if there was fungal issues.
It may help, but once you restore his digestive balance, he should be okay. The bottom line here, my dear, is got to wean him off those drugs because those are going to destroy his body as he gets older and at this tender young age. Brain health, bone health, muscle health, developmental health of organs and glands, all of those are key, and the drugs are going to have a deleterious negative effect on all of that.
So I got to
move on, Robin.
He's taking Flovent and Flonase right now.
None of those are good.
To flush
I don't care what
up his nose.
No, that's awful. You want to wean him off all that stuff and get him on all the digestive support. Got to move on, Robin. Thank you so much. Bye. God bless. Good luck. All right, let's see. I've got about 2 minutes here. Stephanie in California, what's going on?
Hey, I'm 23. I just moved out to the West Coast or whatever a year ago, and I've had headaches. I think it started when I went through puberty.
Yeah. Okay.
And I've had headaches on the daily. Some days it's all day.
Okay.
Some days
I'm going to ask you, Stephanie. Hang on, because we're going to run out of time here. How are you built? Give me long and lean. Are you round, buxom, hippie?
I'm pretty in shape.
No, not shape. How is your body structure? Are you buxom and curvy?
Curvy?
Would you say you're curvy or long and lean? Curvy.
I'm definitely curvy.
Okay, here's the deal. Okay, hang on. The curviness has to do with the hormone estrogen. Estrogen, and this would make sense that you notice the headaches as you started to go into puberty, because that's when you typically will get an estrogen surge, and especially if you're already built curvy. So how are your periods, by the way, your menstrual cycles? Do you cramp heavier?
They used to be, and then I went on birth control for 6 years, and now they're only a couple of days. And
which birth control? What's the name of your birth control?
I'm not on it anymore. I stopped taking it probably almost a year ago, just because of wanting to be more healthy and natural.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're not on it. I'd be focusing on the hormone estrogen and doing a couple of things, Stephanie, with constant headaches. As always, whenever you have a symptom in the body, see if you can connect it up to food. That's first of all. See if you can link up. Notice that you get the headaches when you eat certain foods, because eating the wrong kinds of foods can definitely trigger a headache response. The second thing you want to notice is see if your headaches show up at the same time in your menstrual cycle. Your hormones peak, your estrogen peaks somewhere around the middle of your cycle. So see if you notice that you're getting your headaches somewhere around day 10 or 12 or 14 in your menstrual cycle, and that would be an indicator that it involves the hormone estrogen. Thirdly, start to focus on the absorption of fats and fatty foods and fatty vitamins. You may want to take fatty supplements, vitamins A and D and E and K, especially vitamin A, 20,000 international units a day, 400 international units of vitamin E a day. Both of those can have a balancing effect on estrogen, which can be involved with which can cause headaches. And then if you want, you might want to try some pregnenolone, Pregnenolone, which can also balance out estrogen, around 100 milligrams of that a day. If worst comes to worst, get yourself on some progesterone cream. If nothing else helps, progesterone cream, I usually wouldn't recommend it for somebody who's 24 years old, but it may have a beneficial effect on helping balance out that estrogen. Thanks so much for your call, Stephanie. Appreciate it very much. And thank you to all our listeners. Appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for the Facebooks and the kind words via email at ben@ksco.com. If you want to learn more about the longevity products, head over to my website, brightsideben.com, or call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. We'll be back at you tomorrow with more good health information on the Bright Side. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome day. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.
We live in a complicated society. Stressful issues are always popping up. Have you ever been treated unfairly by someone? Have you ever been overcharged for a repair? Have you ever signed a contract or a document? Worried about identity theft? How many times have you been in those unique situations where you just wanted to call an attorney to find out if you're right or wrong, or what your legal rights are? But every time you think about calling an attorney, what do you think about first? That's right. Who do you call, and how much will it cost? Our friends at Legal Shield have found a solution. With a nationwide network of 6,900 attorneys who average 19 years of experience, Legal Shield's law firms take over 40,000 calls per week helping their members. For less than $20 per month, you can have access to Legal Shield on everything from the trivial to the traumatic. Let Legal Shield stand up for your rights at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com. Or call 855-340-SAVE, 855-340-7283.
American gardeners and fellow patriots, make the right choice with your money, time, and your family food supply. Choose 100% pure heirloom seeds in the Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com. Why spend more? The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com is only $37.95 and includes 20 varieties of pure, hardy, easy-to-grow heirloom seeds. Yes, only $37.95. That's 70% less than our competitors. You could buy 3 Survival Seed Vaults for less than one of theirs. The Survival Seed Vault from MyPatriotSupply.com includes detailed planting and seed-saving instructions and ships same day. Plus, all orders over $49 ship free. MyPatriotSupply.com is American-owned by patriots like you, passionate about freedom and preparedness. Call now, 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927. Or discover more emergency preparedness items when you order at MyPatriotSupply.com. Choose the original. Choose the Survival Seed Vault at MyPatriotSupply.com.